Welcome back, Life Sciences. That small little break, stretch, get the blood flowing, get the oxygen flowing through your head so we can concentrate a lot more. What are we looking at today? We're recapping this whole, we look at this concept, right, of what an organelle is. And an organelle is a little structure inside a small cell, and it's going to have a very specific function. We looked at the mitochondrion, which is in both plant and animal cells, and is essential, right, to making energy. So say, for example, in your muscles, you would have more mitochondrion in the cells in your muscles. Why? What do your muscles have to do? A lot more work. That's that whole concept I said to you of structure versus function. Where do I need the energy? That is where I'm going to find, all right, the mitochondria. So now we're going to, and we looked at the nucleus as well, right, but we looked at that before, that all cells, right, all eukaryotic cells have this concept of a nucleus in a membrane with our genetic material in there. Now we're going to carry on looking at a few more of the organelles that we're going to find in both a plant and an animal cell. Okay, so guys, again, the organelles are on the board. Those are the key words. Make sure you're able to understand them. Now, if you have a look at this diagram, you're telling me, oh, we're looking at the nucleus again. Yes, we are looking at the nucleus. Here is the nucleus. And here, all right, that we have done that. But what we're looking at, I want to show you over here. So there's the nucleus. We are looking at this vast, all right, this vast tubular section. Now, if I was to say to you, what does this look like? I don't know if you understand the concept of a labyrinth. A labyrinth is pathways that go throughout. Now, what we're looking at, if we look at the nucleus controls the cell. Okay, we've got this control. It does exactly what it tells all the things, the organelles, what to do. But when it comes to control, control also means this concept of, and this is really important, to communicate. And what do I mean by communicate? So if the cell, the nucleus, is in control, it needs to make sure that the messages, etc., that it's going to send is going to get through. So have a look here. What have we got here? We can have all these pathways, right? They're like this road system. This is now called the endoplasmic reticulum. And I know my kids are really grateful when I say they don't have to say endoplasmic reticulum all the time. They can use the little acronym ER, not emergency room, endoplasmic reticulum. And basically what this endoplasmic reticulum is going to be this pathway. And we could have a look here. It's actually a communication, all right, between the nucleus and the edge of the cell. So there could be another cell over here. So we have this communication between cells. We can also transport things between the cells with this endoplasmic reticulum. Now, I'm sure you're also quite, wondering what those circles are on them. And those circles are going to be, all right, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. These circles are going to be another, all right, organelle on them. Now, if I say to you, if we look at the function of the endoplasmic reticulum, the most important thing you need to know is it is an internal transport system. Now, what are those little dots? I'm going to go back to it over there. What are those little dots? Those little dots are what we call ribosomes, and we're going to have a look at those ribosomes over there. Now, we're going to look at the next three organelles that we're going to look at. I've got quite a close relationship with each other. And this ER is like a pedestal. The ribosomes can sit on them, and you're going to see they have quite a close relationship with each other. Now, what does that mean in the general trend of things? So if I find endoplasmic reticulum, that has got ribosomes on, I call it rough endoplasmic reticulum, right? If the endoplasmic reticulum has no ribosomes on, it's smooth, right? Rough, bumpy, because there we go, these little bumps on the top, or it could be smooth. Now, what am I talking about when I'm looking at this concept of what a ribosome is? A ribosome is an odd little thing because this has no membrane. It's not a membrane-bound structure. And you're going to, when you look at DNA synthesis, how the cell makes all the genetic things, how DNA works, etc., this little guy, and he is little, right? He's really tiny, plays a huge role in how the cell is going to work. And basically what this ribosome does, it's going to make proteins. Now that's really important, all right? Our body is really, all right, reliant on proteins that give us life. That is like hemoglobin and insulin and all of those things. So if you can, this is a little mRNA. It comes from a DNA. And you're going to see when you do how your body makes a protein, etc., this is going to be really important. Just as a matter of interest, when you take an antibiotic, right, when you're sick, the antibiotic actually attacks the ribosome. And this ribosome can't work. So the bacteria cell that has infected your body, right, this is how we can kill it. Now, that's why we can't take antibiotics for a virus, because viruses don't have any kind of membrane-bound structure, so we cannot kill it. So if we have a look here, so what we're going to look at, you'll see very often the ribosomes are on the endoplasmic reticulum. So they are right at a place where they can be transported. Now, if I have a look at my next organelle, as I said to you, these three play a very important role with each other. The next one is called the Golgi Body or the Golgi apparatus. You can use either. Now, very often, a lot of my students say, ma'am, we can't tell the difference between the endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi body. I want you to have a look. The endoplasmic reticulum forms one continuous passageway. I say here, the Golgi body, I say to my kids, it looks like a stack of pancakes, one on top of each other. And each one, all right, is a separate pancake. The only thing, one pancake doesn't lead into another. Now, what does this Golgi body do? Now, the Golgi body, I could say, all right, so where the endoplasmic reticulum is the roads, okay, and my ribosomes make the protein, guys, these are the post office. Right, what do I mean by that? So what happens is the ribosome, here's my ribosome, it makes a protein, right? The protein looks like that. The protein actually has to go somewhere. I need to put it into a package and I need to send it out throughout the body. And that's exactly what the Golgi body does. So the endoplasmic reticulum is going to transport. The ribosome is going to make the protein. Let's start, makes the protein, transports the protein. The Golgi body takes that protein, it packages, and then sends that package in, away. The Golgi body also, guys, we're going to look at the concept of another organelle called a lysosome, usually only found in animal cells, and you're going to see that the Golgi body actually plays a role in making that. It also helps with secretions of a cell. What does that mean? Very often, guys, secretions are proteins, right? Maybe an enzyme, maybe a hormone, etc. And again, it links to the concept of making a protein. Another thing as well is the Golgi apparatus actually helps with building the membrane system. So as we can see, the Golgi is quite an important organelle that we are going to look at.